Namaste and good morning. Hello my dear friends. We will start practicing pranayama, which is a very important component of yoga practice. Pranayama means keeping your air prana, that is breath, in order. Generally in day-to-day lives, we are never aware of our breath until unless you are especially a yoga practitioner. For a normal person, it is quite not natural to observe one's own breath. So through meditation you have practiced observing your breath, but there are certain ways to practice how to inhale, how to exhale, and what are the benefits of inhaling and exhaling, tuning up your breath from time to time. So this makes a lot of difference in your health, in your spiritual practices. Practicing pranayama daily makes a lot of difference in your day-to-day practice of meditation and going deep into the samadhi sthithis. The main idea of meditation and pranayama is to physically provide so much of oxygen to the brain and all parts of the body. The fundamental purpose of pumping the oxygen is to cleanse your cells and empower them with new information and new strength to the cells is attained with pranayama practices. There are different variations of pranayamas. There are cleaning pranayamas, there are cooling pranayamas, there are healing pranayamas, and which can be practiced at different seasons. But remember friends, pranayama has to be practiced morning, afternoon and evenings, so that you can see a lot of push in your practice. You can see a difference very faster in a weekday's time, in a day itself. There are 5 different postures to practice pranayama. First is Sukhasana. Sukhasana is this one. Okay. We all have a natural habit of sitting in Sukhasana, but not everybody can sit in Sukhasana, because some persons who have belly cannot sit in Sukhasana. So what they can do is they can open up their butt muscles, open, and then they can place their tailbone on the mat or whichever the place you are sitting on, which is a flat surface. So, and you can fold the legs and sit with erected spine. This is Sukhasana. Now, when it comes to the next position, Siddhasana. Siddhasana is keeping your right heel or left heel closer to the perineum and keeping your left feet on top of the right leg calf muscle. So this is Siddhasana. This position gives you a comfortable feeling to sit and practice pranayama, whichever the pranayama is. Okay? And always remember to open up the butt muscles and let the tailbone be placed on the ground. Now, this is Siddhasana. Always try to keep the spine erect. Now, the third position is half lotus pose. From Siddhasana, what you can do is you can lift your leg and keep it closer to the abdomen. This is called half lotus pose. And this gives you more stability and more erected spine. And this needs a little more experience. So you can start with pose 2, which is Siddhasana or Sukhasana. So by sitting in half lotus pose, you will be able to sit with erected spine for a longer period of time, in which Nadi Mandala is properly aligned and the spine will be erect, and which in turn helps your brain to stay alert in your practice. The fourth important pose is Padmasana, is a lotus pose. To get into lotus pose, you have to have enough freedom in your hip, in your knees and in your feet. So before going to lotus pose, you have to free your legs. This is an asana, and before sitting in pranayama, if you have enough opening in your hip, knees and feet, you will be able to sit in Padmasana and in meditation in Padmasana also for a longer period of time. So let's start and see how you can get into Padmasana. So keep your feet wider, keep your hands relaxed on the ground and free your legs. Free your legs as much as possible. Try to make the hip joints feel wet from the inside, like you will feel sweat inside. So up to that extent you have to keep moving your feet with a little force, or else you can keep your leg closer to the buttocks and breathe in, open, breathe out, close. Keep your legs free as much as possible. There is no absolute restriction suggested here. So what you can do is you can let go of all your body parts and practice. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Up to 10 rounds you can do it. By 10th round you will feel so much freedom. Okay, practicing 10 rounds is not so hard. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. And extend the leg and right leg also. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. By this time you will feel already free. So extend the legs. And the second type of practice that you have to adapt before going to Padmasana is tapping the legs, because knees also needed to be relaxed. Tap the legs, lift the knees and just drop them. Lift the knees and drop them. Lift the knees and drop them. Please, I am not suggesting you to practice if you have arthritis. Keep that in mind. If you have knee problems, arthritis and osteoporosis like problems which are affecting your knees, please do not do it. Okay? Or else what you can do is you can do it at your own capacity. Before that, drink enough water to free your joints. So start 10 rounds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Okay, and the other practice is keep your feet together, rotate the ankles clockwise and anti-clockwise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Now anti-clockwise. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Now slowly bring your legs closer. Try to sit erect with opening your butt muscles. Now slowly lift your left leg and hold the knee and slowly move from left to right. Breathe in, breathe out. And slowly try to lift it up and bring it closer to the chest. And release. Be careful with your joints. Keep moving. Breathe in, breathe out. And slowly keep it. Now, you also have to warm up this leg and set it free. Now start with right. Catch the ankle or whichever the place is comfortable, but catch it gently and on the knees and move freely. Breathe in, breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now slowly come back. Now to go into Padmasana, for my body I choose a left leg because this is more comfortable for me to keep this left leg first and keep it near the hip region. Right leg also becomes flexible when you constantly interchange and do it, and when you are especially doing Padmasana, for the sake of doing asana, you will have to practice on both sides. Then you will feel less difficulty. Now slowly lift and slowly move it closer towards the right side. Pull the right feet closer to the abdomen and place the heel on the thigh muscle. Then you will see a slight uplift in your asana pose when you put your legs down. Then slowly take your right leg out. Now slowly take your right leg and keep it on the hip based upon your comfortability. Now slowly adjust your butt muscles and sit according to your comfort. Then this is Padmasana. Always remember, keep your spine, chest up, and these are the 4 postures. The 5th pose is Vajrasana. Vajrasana is called diamond pose in English. Now, how we go into Vajrasana? Now, before going to Vajrasana, you always have to check for your fluidity in the lower back, where coccyx bone or tailbone it is called. So you have to free the lower back or tailbone. Now, how do you work on it? So slowly come into cat-cow position or Marjala Marjaryasana. Keep your hands under the shoulders and knees. Between the knees there should be hip distance gap. Now turn the toes inside. Breathe in, look up. Breathe out. Nicely stretch the middle back upwards towards the sky and gaze towards your navel. If you do 3 to 5 repetitions or 5 to 10 repetitions based upon your need, you will feel much comfortable in sitting into Vajrasana. Breathe in, look up. Breathe out, gaze towards your navel. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. If you regularly practice, you will have less need. Then slowly come on and sit onto your heels. Now make sure you don't have any gap between your big toes. Try to keep the knees closer to each other as much as possible. Now what you can do is you can lift the chest up so that you will provide enough support to the lower back and the middle back. So this is the pose, 5th position, which is called Vajrasana, which are appropriate for pranayama. These are the 5 poses you can adapt for practicing pranayama. Now let's move on to step by step how to do each and every pranayama. Let's move on to practicing each and every pranayama and learn how to breathe properly and balance our respiratory system.